I got nothing.
Alcohol.
Blame it on the alcohol. Is that like a?
Blame it on the.
Is that like a dolphin singing that? Blame it on the.
Yeah, it's the new
He's a
SeaWorld
terrible
song.
dolphin.
He's dying. He's dying in SeaWorld.
Gross.
Now you sound like Neki on Donkey Kong when he gets hit.
Guys, welcome to Real Awkward, the podcast that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You've made it through 1 minute of chaos. Listen, this will be the best damn podcast that you've heard
Today.
My name is Andy.
I'm Amanda.
And my name is Ashley.
Excellent. And if it's your first time on
Andy's
our
a beer in.
if your first time on a podcast, let me tell you something. So we are doing a street cred episode.
I really wish you would have continued that.
Oh,
I
Let me
know.
tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
So we're doing a street cred episode, okay? And the job for that is first we're made to the top, and now we're bottom.
I can't
they're
understand
here.
a thing he's saying.
Okay. Amanda, can you please tell everybody what a street crowed? Jeez Louises Beezus. Can you please tell everyone what a street cred episode is for me?
Okay, so here's the deal. A street cred is we pick somebody, and actor, director, whoever, and we pull up their IMDb credits. We start all the way at the bottom, work all the way up to the top. Now we're here. We're going to shit on some movies. We're going to like some movies. We're going to talk about probably something that has a video game or some shit. I don't know. Find
I'm
out.
going to do my best not to recount it from my childhood nostalgia, but that happens. It happens.
I mean, live your life.
If you guys are clicking on it, you already know who we are talking about, and this episode is all about Jeremy Renner. Now, I know him as Hawkeye. I
loved him in Entourage.
In what?
I was making a joke because you thought we were going to do.
I loved him in Entourage. Yeah, Jeremy Renner.
So, okay. When I said we should do this earlier, Andy goes, "What? Really?" Because he thought I was saying Jeremy Piven.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about Jeremy Piven.
I just got the Entourage thing.
What? Oh, man, you're not even drinking.
I didn't know why you were saying Entourage, and then when Amanda said
Yeah.
Piven, I was like, oh yeah.
So yes, I made the mistake of thinking Jeremy Renner was Jeremy Piven, and I apologize, Jeremy Renner, because I really enjoy your stuff. Now,
And if you guys want to hear Jeremy Piven street cred, please let us know.
can I say
And
this?
we'll gladly discard that request.
Listen, before I get too wasted, can I just say this? Jeremy Renner, I am very, very excited and happy that you have made an awesome recovery, because if you guys did not hear the news, this guy got ran over by a freaking snowplow. Like, legitimately, it crushed, I think, up to his, like, halfway up his legs, if I'm not mistaken, like past the knee or something like that. I don't know if it got over, like, the rib cage and the arms and stuff, but I heard he had multiple breaks, contusions, and a bunch of issues with him. And it was a nightmare scenario. And the fact that that guy is just walking around right now with just a cane, and now I don't even know if he's using that.
Can I say what his injuries were?
Sure, 1 second. At the recording of this, though, he currently is doing okay, and I think pretty damn mobile. So, yeah, Ash, go ahead and review what happened.
So, full extent of injuries, dozens of broken bones, including 8 ribs, his right knee and ankle and right shoulder, a collapsed lung, his liver was pierced by a rib bone. His rib cage was rebuilt with metal, his eye socket was put back together with metallic plates.
Wow.
Can I just say,
Wow.
and this is not a longer conversation for today,
Sure.
if he was not a multimillionaire, he would have died.
100%. Nobody would have had the money to take care of themselves like they needed to, nor would they have gotten the care they needed to.
No, I mean, a regular person
Yeah.
wouldn't have been able to afford the care.
Sure.
Their insurance wouldn't approve it, and they'd probably lose their job because they'd need to have so much time off.
Right.
He can afford private medical care
Yeah.
that
For
a
what
lot
it's
of us.
worth, he's a very fortunate person.
Yes.
To be
Oh my
where
God,
he
yeah.
is, but to not take away, the man has made a pretty damn crazy recovery, and he's pretty iconic within some of the film franchises. So I don't know, though, a lot of his earlier stuff at all. And I don't know when he started acting, but
Do you think that you can even connect him to your childhood like you?
I don't even know if he was doing stuff back then.
All right. Well,
So I would like to know. Amanda, do you know a lot about Jeremy Renner?
No.
Okay.
no.
No.
So
No.
Jeremy Lee Renner was born in Modesto, California, the son of Valerie Tagg and Lee Renner, who managed a bowling alley. After a
Wow.
tumultuous yet happy childhood with his 4 younger siblings, Renner graduated from Bayer High School and attended Modesto Junior College. He explored several areas of study, including computer science, criminology, and psychology, before the theater department and its freedom of emotional expression drew him in.
Okay.
So he was actually in Police Academy and taking drama classes. And decided.
Oh,
to
got
go.
it. Okay. Not the movie, actual
No,
Police
he was
Academy.
in actual Police Academy.
Okay. Got it. Oh, what an episode.
What the heck?
You lose it?
No, it's like not on the page.
Dun, 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 dun,
Filmography section disappeared from the IMDb page.
Uh-oh. They like took
Oh,
it out.
weird.
Like
Yeah.
he's like been blacklisted.
You can't see this. Okay. Numero uno.
Yes.
Amanda, can you look up real quick when Jeremy Renner was born? Because it did not say. His first movie was in 1995,
Okay.
National Lampoon's Senior Trip.
All right. I mean, it's not like an unknown movie.
Jeremy Renner was born January 7th, 1971.
71. So in 95,
Okay.
he was 24?
Yes.
So 24 when he started out.
And what? So he's 52 now? Is that right?
Sure.
My math is bad. I'm bad at math, dude.
We're going to say yes.
Okay.
Sources say yes.
Okay.
Okay. National Lampoon's Senior Trip. Anything to say, Amanda?
I've never seen it.
Cool. He was in an
So
episode
no.
He was in an episode of Deadly Games.
Okay.
He was in an episode of Strange Luck.
Okay, so this is just a couple TV
Yeah.
episodes.
Then
Got it.
his next movie is called A Friend's Betrayal.
Ooh,
A
that
Friend's
sounds
Betrayal.
intense.
His next movie is called Paper Dragons.
That sounds familiar, but I definitely did not watch it.
A Nightmare Come True.
I will also say that. And anyone listening, if you have heard of these, you have to tell us whether we're missing something good.
You have to tell us.
You have to. He was in an episode of To Have and To Hold. An episode of The Net.
Oh, that's when they like did the Sandra Bullock one in a TV show, right?
Yeah, they did. It was like USA or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. An episode of Time of Your Life.
I have the time of your life.
An episode of Angel.
Hey, I remember
Interesting.
Angel. He came from Buffy.
Yeah.
David
Boreanaz.
Boroanus.
Yes, that guy.
Uh-huh.
Where's he now?
Yeah, where's he now?
He
Is
was on
Nick
Bones.
Lachey
I don't-
and him still brothers?
I don't know. They do look the same. He was on. After Bones, he did some like SWAT team or bomb squad kind of show on CBS or
Okay.
whatever. But I don't know if he's still doing it.
All right. Because Angel was a popular show, right?
I
Yeah.
feel like it was, yeah.
Okay. So Jeremy Renner, what, is like vampire number 2 or whatever?
He was in one episode.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Vampire
yes.
guy at the
random
ice
guy.
cream shop.
Exactly.
Okay.
His next movie is called Fish in a Barrel.
Oh.
Doesn't
Never
look
heard of
important. An episode of CSI.
Hey, you like CSI, but
Okay.
you probably don't remember him. Do you?
I remember him in this.
Oh.
He has like long Justin Bieber hair, and I think he was like a druggy guy. But that's all I just remember. Wife beater tank top,
Okay.
Justin Bieber hair. That's
That
all I
does not
remember.
sound like him. That's very interesting. What year are we at right now?
Oh, I don't know. 2001-ish.
Okay.
2001,
So
2002,
okay, so we're
somewhere
into 20 years of his
2001,
career
yeah.
now. Okay. Gotcha.
His next movie is Monkey Love.
Monkey Love. That's a movie?
Don't know these people.
Well, he's probably not the main star of that one
No,
either.
he is.
Oh.
I was just looking at the other names to see if they're recognizable, and they are not.
Okay.
His next movie is Dahmer.
Oh,
I've seen this.
He played Jeffrey Dahmer.
Really? And Amanda, it's good? He did a good job?
He did a fine job. The movie overall is not great.
Because didn't
It was-
Zac Efron just do Dahmer as well?
Zac Efron did Ted Bundy.
Oh, Ted Bundy.
Evan Peters.
Evan
Evan
Peters.
Peters did Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's the TV show, right? That everybody
Yeah,
watched?
the Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Dahmer movie, it was like a Blockbuster exclusive, one of those like
Okay.
where we'd only get like 2 or 3 copies of it.
Got it.
It
no
was-
more.
It was fine.
Okay.
Like
That's an interesting role for him to play, though. Because imagine just doing these like little one-offs here and there, TV
But
show, and then all of a sudden
remember his history.
that he used to eat people.
No. Jeremy Renner's history.
I know.
He was researching
Yes. Criminology
or whatever I
Yeah.
said.
So
Yes.
this was kind of in his wheelhouse, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
His next movie is SWAT.
I remember SWAT, and that might be
Oh.
the first movie I actually
Probably.
remember seeing him in.
Probably.
is that Sam Jack? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay, I remember the movie. I don't remember him in it.
I remember it just being like a crime drama, right? It might have had some action in it. But 20 years ago,
I mean, it's called SWAT. I would assume
I'm
there's some
pretty
action
sure I
in it.
watched like one and done on that one. So I'm going to need a recap
Yeah.
on the synopsis. But
An imprisoned drug kingpin offers a huge cash reward to anyone that can break him out of police custody, and only the LAPD Special Weapons and Tactics team can prevent it.
oh, okay. So they're trying to stop it. Okay. Fair.
Yes.
Fair.
His next movie is The Heart is Deceitful Above All Things.
Oh, that sounds deep, and one that I would have skipped immediately on the shelf.
So-
Sounds
Yes.
like a Jesus movie.
Is it?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
It does sound like a romance, though, or a drama.
No, it's about a troubled child
drama. Okay.
played by Dylan Sprouse.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Then he was a voice of a cop in Catwoman the Game on the GameCube.
Okay. Nice.
Weird.
What other actor did we do where he did like a bunch of video game voice stuff? Do you remember?
Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, Chris Pratt. He had done way more than we thought. Okay.
Yeah. His next movie is called Neo Ned.
Neo.
Looks like it's about a Nazi.
Oh,
Dude, I don't think I ever caught that one.
He had an uncredited role in Lords of Dogtown.
Okay, that was a good movie. I remember
is that the skateboarding or surfing, whatever?
Yeah.
His next movie was 12 and Holding.
Okay.
After
I
that, he
don't
did
know.
North Country.
Nope, I'm missing. I'm
This was with
missing.
Charlize Theron.
Hit me with the date here. Are we 2004 or 5?
We're in 2005.
Okay. Okay.
A Little Trip to Heaven.
Sounds like a drama again.
I remember seeing this on the shelves. It was Julia Stiles and Forrest Whitaker,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
but I don't think I ever saw it. His next one is called Love Comes to the Executioner. Nope.
We're not doing great. We're not
No,
doing great.
but I mean, I think the only reason we're not doing great is like these all to me seem like B tier passable. Like, you know those people when we worked at Blockbuster that had the pass and they would just grab whatever.
Yes.
On the shelf.
Rent
You would-
anything.
you had a little bit of time on your hands, so you just catch that flick.
Okay.
But
Well, did you watch 28 Weeks Later?
yes.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what is he in that one? Oh, wait. 28 weeks later, after 28 days later. Okay, right.
Yes.
I don't even remember him in that.
I cannot recall the actual, like, where that one takes place. Because essentially everything's changed now. Now there's even more zombies. Well, they don't call them zombies. They call it rage, if I'm not mistaken, in that one. But
Oh, he's like a soldier. He's like he's the soldier.
okay. I do remember... I like 28 Days with Cillian Murphy way better.
Yeah,
But-
and then 28 weeks later is when basically what's left of like the U.S. Armed Forces come to like the UK to establish like order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. I remember it being, it was okay. Like 7 out of 10.
All right. It's
Yeah.
got a 6.9 on IMDb.
Ooh, I was so close. Okay.
His next movie is called Take.
Dude, that sounds familiar. 2007?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I don't think so. And then his next one was The Assassination of Jesse James by
That-
the coward Robert Ford.
Oh,
That was on our shelves. I just don't remember it.
This was Casey Affleck. I feel like
Yep.
this was one of his. Like,
it's also got Andy's best friend,
Mine?
yeah,
Who's my
Brad
best
Pitt,
friend?
baby.
Pitty Pitt.
Oh, we talked about Pitty Pitt. It did not do well. No one cared about Brad Pitt. Don't know why.
Well, it's also hard when that movie comes out and the title is weird,
It was weird. Yeah, I agree.
and then it's like 3 hours long,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
fair.
I remember,
I remember
never.
the trailers playing on Blockbuster TV,
Uh-huh.
and it was just so long and slow.
Yeah.
I was like, I never want to watch this.
It's tough, man, because some movies you can pace slow and they're interesting, but some of them are like, they're snoozers.
Yeah.
So I skipped that one because of that too. Jeremy Renner, I'm so sorry, man. Listen, you deserved to have more of your movies watched by me.
But if they ain't good, then no, he didn't.
But maybe it's not they weren't good. There's a lot of movies that are decent. They're just never watched.
Probably not
Yeah, they're probably not good. You're probably right.
good. He was in an episode of House,
We do like House.
and then he was in The Hurt Locker.
Best movie ever. Actually, Amanda and
It's
I
very
haven't released
good.
our war movie yet, but we're going to talk about that soon. So, I mean, we released our war episode, our war movie. Amanda and I filmed a war movie together.
That would be a
there's another
weird
one
movie.
That's why Amanda shaved her head, because we're about to go into the war movie.
Yeah.
What is it good for?
There's another one where
Absolutely
he's
nothing.
like military, which seems to be pretty common with his roles. Is he's either like
You know, it's funny that he didn't have a military background. I know criminology.
he was in Police Academy.
Okay, I guess you're right. I guess that works. Now, Hurt Locker, though, Academy Award winning, freaking bomb diffuser. We're gonna talk about it in detail on that other episode. But I just like this one. This one set him. He's a really good actor in this one too. Like his portrayal of this bomb squad expert or this bomb disarm expert is awesome, and he like enjoys the thrill of it. It's really good. It's really good. I do remember it's kind of slow paced, if I'm not mistaken.
It's
though.
slow. I would
But-
say if you've never seen this movie, I think it's absolutely worth watching.
Yeah.
It's a little slower, but the way that the director builds tension in the movie, along with like the ambient sound and the
Yeah.
score and stuff, the way that the tension builds in this movie, especially as they're like diffusing the bombs and stuff, is it's a lot. It's very tense.
Is it Patty Jenkins that did that?
I
The
don't know.
same one that directed Wonder Woman? Or was this a different
No.
one?
The director,
Yeah.
Catherine Bigelow.
Oh, Catherine Bigelow. That's right. Okay.
So also in this movie was Anthony Mackie.
That's right. I forgot they're like best friends or something like that. Or end up being best friends. That was, I would say that's the start of his real career. The Hurt Locker is like, that's where the film got notoriety. Jeremy Renner's acting performance was really on display.
Yeah, I think that's valid.
So,
I think he
yeah.
like kind of like Chris Evans, right? Like when we did his episode, it was kind of like he'd been in a handful of things and like you might recognize him like, "Oh, that guy."
Yeah.
But you know, you finally have like that one bigger hit
Mm-hmm.
and then people can kind of see what you could do and then the roles start coming in.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, his next one was a great movie. It looks called Ingenious. Ingenuous. Doesn't look good, guys.
It could have been one that was made before
Probably.
The Hurt Locker.
We know how that works.
Yep.
Then he was in a show called The Unusuals.
Okay.
He was a detective.
Is that a play off of The Usual Suspects or no? Probably it doesn't matter. Probably not.
I don't know.
but-
It says it's a darkly comedic drama focusing on the dysfunctional cops and staff of an infamous NYPD precinct.
Okay, it makes sense. Like, okay, all right, I get it. It's a play on the words, but
Sure. His next movie was The Town.
Ooh, banger.
Ben Affleck directed
Yeah.
that, right?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he one of the guys that are robbing the banks?
Yeah.
Like with the old lady masks on or whatever it is?
The nuns.
Okay.
The nuns.
Is it?
the
Yeah,
old
nuns.
lady
That's
nun.
right, nuns.
Yeah.
Again, fabulous movie, but they all of Jeremy Renner's stuff has the same tone to it.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah.
It's like if I'm not holding the gun, I don't want the role.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's kind of how it feels.
Yep.
Which is
Yeah.
fine. Like, if that's your lane, like,
Stick with
stay
it.
in it.
That's funny that he ends up holding a bow and arrow instead of a gun.
Any kind of weapon.
Yeah. I will say though, if you haven't seen The Town, I remember enjoying that film. I
Yeah.
remember liking that one.
Yeah.
It's a
Did
really
that get-
good.
Did that get nominated, I feel?
I believe so.
Like it did.
I believe so. Yep.
I'm gonna assume it got nominated for something.
Well, no, I think Ben Affleck was. I thought he was nominated for directing on that one, but didn't win. But he won for Argo. But he was nominated. Like that's the one
think
where
so.
everyone's like, "Oh, Ben Affleck can direct a movie."
It
Like,
was actually
yeah.
Jeremy Renner was nominated
Oh,
okay.
wow.
for
Okay.
best performance by an actor in a supporting role.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
That's a great
he's
movie.
He's gaining traction then.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, so he had basically two like decent Oscar winning / nominated movies like
Yeah.
almost in a row.
You
Right.
can't not be in the spotlight after that.
Yeah, that happens quite often. Fair.
And then he was in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
See, I was confused by this movie because I thought Tom Cruise was out. They were prepping Jeremy Renner to be the new Ethan or, a character like him. And then Tom Cruise just stayed doing the Mission Impossible movies. And I got really
guarantee-
confused.
I guarantee Tom Cruise had a hand in that.
Like he was like, I'm staying. I'm not
Dude,
going or whatever.
He's the
but
guy that like refuses to let anyone do his own stunts.
it's just
right?
weird because if you watch that movie, you 100% see they are trying to pass the torch and then they just never do it. They never do anything with it. So
He was like, I'm good. I'm good.
it's annoying because I was like Jeremy Renner, dude, as like the new main Mission Impossible. What is it?
MI6 or something like that.
MI6? Yeah.
I don't know.
No. It's something else.
No, that's not MI6.
I don't
I don't
remember
know.
what it's called. But it's like a ghost or a like a shadow organization, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. If you've seen the Mission Impossible movies, most of them are decent. But I remember Jeremy Renner again performing very well.
Yeah, none of them are bad.
Yeah.
Like some are corny and stuff, but
Yeah.
the newer ones that they've come out with in the last, 10 years or so, they're all good.
Fair. Yep. You're right.
He did one episode of Robot Chicken.
Okay. I feel
And
like
then
everybody hits that
Everyone
at
does.
some point.
It's like being in Family Guy.
yeah.
It's like,
Got it.
and then he did The Avengers.
Wow.
Dang.
Well, no. He didn't do the Avengers. It doesn't credit him in Thor?
It sure did, and I skipped over it because I didn't want us to talk about
Oh,
He
look
was-
at this tricky Ricky over here. She's like, if I say a Marvel movie, they'll
Pretty
freak
sneaky,
out.
sis.
He was uncredited. He was uncredited.
You're over here trying to be like tricky Ricky. No.
It is interesting though that he's uncredited because he actually has like a couple minutes of screen time.
Yeah, because he's talking in the tower, right? Like back
Yeah.
and forth to Coulson.
He's up
or
in the
to
bird's
somebody.
nest. He's up in the bird's nest watching the hammer.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think he deserved the role, but you're right. It didn't really like matter, and they didn't want to say who he was. Like they still wanted to wait
he
for the
wasn't.
surprise.
He
or
wasn't
whatever.
Hawkeye.
Correct.
He was
Yeah.
Clint Barton.
Correct.
And that was
Okay.
before Mission Impossible.
Okay.
And
All right.
then he did the Avengers.
Yay, Vengeance! I actually forget how he gets introduced in Avengers. Do you remember? How does Jeremy?
Hang on.
How does is Hawkeye just walk
I
in?
think he just shows up and starts shooting people with arrows.
Well, that's why it was really funny when he says it in Age of Ultron. He's like, "Okay, the world is falling apart, and I've got a bow and arrow. Something's not right
I'm
here."
just a guy with
Like,
a bow and arrow.
Yeah, it's really funny, and like he's tongue in cheek with his character, and he has. Like,
I think
these, like,
he just works. I
witty
think
remarks,
he's just
but-
there at Shield. I think he just is because I watched it recently with Lincoln. So
Okay.
they get the Tesseract,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I think
he's the bad guy.
well, no, but yes,
Right.
because Loki like did his mind trickery.
Yeah, he minds
But I
him.
think he
mind
was
fucks
just-
him.
Yeah, he was just like at Shield with Nick Fury.
Okay, that makes sense. He's like working on the Tesseract, and then Loki takes him over and then steals him in the Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember it all now. Okay.
It's all coming back.
I will
to me
say, and I mean, I
now.
know that we're going to talk at nauseum at this. Jeremy Renner is Hawkeye in my eyes now. Like I can't think of anyone else playing Hawkeye. That seems strange.
I mean, he's so likable as a
Yeah,
character.
I agree.
And as an actor, like
I will say that I feel like I agree 100%, but I also feel like the Hawkeye character is a little generic.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Renner is
El
a little
Generico.
generic.
he's simple folk.
Yeah.
But I think that works because he's obviously not the main character in the Avengers.
Yeah.
So he's usually part of an ensemble, and that works for him.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Next, he did The Bourne Legacy.
I liked that movie.
Is he the bad guy?
No, so basically so Matt Damon
Yeah.
was supposedly done doing Bourne movies, so they were giving it over to Jeremy Renner, and what ended up happening was it's still the same sort of idea, but he's like an old operative who was like washed, and he wakes up and he's like putting his life back together. And now I think he wants to like get answers and take the people down who ruined his life.
So is Matt Damon, he hasn't been in the series since though, right?
I don't know if they made any after this one.
What's it called again?
Bourne Legacy.
Dude, I feel bad because I feel like I've seen this movie and I don't remember anything from it. Because I loved I literally seeked out getting all the Bourne Identity movies on DVD back in the day because I enjoyed them so much. Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, and Bourne Ultimatum. And I was like,
Yes.
I gotta get all of these. I gotta find all of these. And so the fact that I don't remember this Legacy one, and I like Jeremy Renner, and he was won or nominated for
Nominated.
a freaking Oscar. Like, what did I do? What was I doing? What year
Where
is this?
were you?
2012.
Quitting Blockbuster is what I was doing. I don't know. That's
No.
probably before that.
You quit long before that.
Okay. What you got?
Next, he did Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
Okay.
Oof.
I've only seen like 30 minutes of that movie.
I feel like I watched this and it was bad.
Felt like a doinker. So, Amanda?
It's bad. It's bad.
Did Jeremy Renner like, unless he did this early on, but
It just was
yeah.
kind of one of those ones where you're like, who made this? Like, do you remember the Brothers Grimm movie with
Yeah.
Heath Ledger
Yep.
and somebody else?
Yeah.
It was very that. Like,
I actually like the girl that's with him. She was in Clash of the Titans, and I feel like she was another. She played in another film, but she plays Gretel. If
Her
I'm not
name's
mistaken.
Gemma Arterton.
Yeah, Gemma Arterton.
Yeah.
She has a very interesting looking face. Like she's got like freckles on it, right? I think it's like a freckly
I don't
lady.
remember if people have freckles.
Okay, doesn't matter. I just
How
feel like
many?
she's unique enough that I remembered her face, and I remembered not disliking her as an actress. But I heard from multiple people that I did not need to finish that movie because I was like, "This is not good." And Amanda just confirmed it, and you don't remember watching it, or you did?
I'm
watch
pretty
it?
sure I watched it and it was not good.
I think we were together, and you were like, "It's not good."
Probably.
So, yeah,
His next one's called The Immigrant.
did not see The Immigrant.
He plays Orlando the Magician.
Now I want to see it.
interesting.
What's the synopsis of that one?
Oh, it's long. No, it's not. In 1921, an innocent immigrant woman is tricked into a life of burlesque and vaudeville until a dazzling magician tries to save her and reunite her with her sister, who is being held in the confines of Ellis Island.
Dude, I would straight up watch that movie. That sounds fun.
That sounds, the premise sounds fine. but it just sounds like a lot.
It
Like-
could be just like a frickin' throw it in a shotgun, shoot it out, see what sticks. I don't know.
I don't know. Moving on, he was in American Hustle.
Dude, what was he in American Hustle?
The mayor.
Does he have prosthetics or anything? Or he's just normal.
I don't know.
I don't recall him in that one because Christian Bale was just chubby, chubby Bale the whole time, and that's all I can remember.
Oh,
And
yeah, he had,
Jennifer Lawrence.
Lawrence is in that.
His character looked a lot like the mayor from the Jaws movies, like light colored suit, kind of coiffed hair,
Okay.
kind of
okay.
just like overall kind of a douche.
I will say, I know American Hustle got Academy Award or nominated. So, who
Yes.
directed that one?
David O. Russell.
I don't know that director. Okay. But I remember it being popular enough that people talked a lot about it. So, it's not like it was a doinker.
David O. Russell
Jeremy.
also did The Fighter with Christian Bale, Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, see, you like Silver
right.
Linings. Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Okay. He narrated 3 episodes of The World Wars. He did 2 episodes of Louis.
Oh no, Louis
Oh,
C.K.
man.
Probably
dude.
because Louis C.K. was in American Hustle.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, got it.
So connection there.
Yeah, they probably met at that time.
And then his next movie was Kill the Messenger.
Another war
I've
movie?
never heard of that.
Doesn't look like it.
Or a Give Me a Gun movie.
Journalist Gary Webb, California, 96, started investigating CIA's role in the 1980s to get crack cocaine to the black part of LA to get money and weapons to the Contras / freedom fighters in Nicaragua.
Put a gun in my hand and let me shoot bad guys.
Yeah.
Got
Crack cocaine.
And then he went back to Avengers Age of Ultron.
it. Who did he play in that one?
Clint Barton / Hawkeye.
Got him.
Honestly, he is the best in that film for his short time because his lines talk about the absurdity that's what's happening around it, and I love it. I love
Well,
it.
this is
Yeah.
one's when you this is when you meet his wife and his kids and you get to see how he lives his life.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cuz that's where they hang out. They go to his house when they're all
Yeah.
hiding from Ultron.
Well, and he is literally like he is protecting Wanda. And the end of that movie does not work without Jeremy Renner because Quicksilver saves them instead, and Jeremy Renner was ready to take the bullet.
Yeah.
So it like shows how brave he was as Hawkeye. So
Yeah, that's when you
Yeah.
get the scene of him being like, "Okay, this whole city is floating. I have a bow and arrow." Like
none of this makes sense. Let's go.
none of this makes any sense.
Yeah, because Wanda's scared. I mean, she has like the most powerful powers in the Marvel universe, and she's freaked out.
But he's a
Right.
dad.
He is a dad, and he takes
Yeah.
and that honestly, I think that was a good part for his character development.
Yeah.
was to show that. But again, Jeremy Renner, like he defined the Hawkeye role. He's done a great job.
Next, he did Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
And let me guess, he's not the main actor.
Of course not. You think Tom Cruise would let him step up?
Oh, yeah, now he's Ethan Hunt.
They just changed his name. It's like it's Nathan
Yeah.
Blunt.
Oh my god. No, I mean, same as before. They're good. They're kind of like they very much have a formula for the Mission Impossible movies at this point, and it's
Yeah.
very just kind of like doot. All right, send it out. Like
Has Ving Rhames been in all of them as like the tech guy the whole time?
I think so.
Okay.
I honestly
Is
think
he
I've
still
only seen
alive?
the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's funny because with the Mission Impossible movies, I think the first one was pretty iconic. The second one, Ang Lee directed it and just
It's
wanted
iconic for the wrong reasons
Tom Cruise to have long hair on a motorcycle for most of the movie.
and hang off of rocks.
That part was very.
I feel like the soundtrack was more popular.
Oh well, yeah, I didn't have like some Spanish
Like-
or like some like I forget what it was.
No, the theme song?
Oh, of Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, that's because the TV show made it popular back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The third one's actually not bad. It has Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's the villain in that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that one's actually really good. I forget what it's called. It might just be Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah.
I think so.
but
The only
for
one
some-
I haven't seen is the newest one from a few years ago with Henry Cavill.
No, I didn't even realize. Well, and that's the Superman one that made a stink,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the last two because I saw Ghost Protocol, but I don't remember.
Rogue Nation.
I don't remember Rogue Nation.
Yeah.
It's honestly, to me, it's the same level as Ghost Protocol. It's kind of like one that stuff's blowing up. Okay, espionage, and then it ends. You're like, oh, that was nice.
Well,
and
I think if I'm not mistaken, like everybody's after Ethan in one of them, like
the gang.
Yeah. After his, Simon Pegg too, right? Is in there?
Yeah.
Or no?
So Jeremy Renner, Tom Cruise, Ving Rhames, whatever the woman is, they're a little like team.
Yeah.
They're
right.
basically like on the run. They're constantly kind of like moving.
Yeah, I think somebody blackmailed them and they have to in that one. That's why it's called Rogue Nation, because they're by themselves or something like that. Okay.
Next, Captain America: Civil War.
Well, who was he in that?
Clint Barton /
Ant-Man.
Hawkeye.
If I remember, it's just him and Black Widow fighting a lot in that one, right? Because they're on opposing sides.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen that one in a really long time.
We recently watched just the airport scene just because the
Just
kids
so
like
Red
Yeah,
it.
oh,
see
yeah.
all of the superheroes.
But I
Yeah.
think literally he's there's a scene, I Made You Look, with Iron Man, and all of a sudden the cars fall on him. So he fights him for a little bit and Black Widow. But I honestly don't remember a lot of it. I think he just gets called in to help them during the battle, but it's not, I don't think he has a giant role in that one.
What
So
I think that's like the cool thing about his character is
Yeah.
that he's never like front and center, like throwing fists. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like he's the one who's in the background observing everything and
Yeah.
seeing the smallest little windows for him to strike.
he's actually supposed to be, I think, the humanization of us having relation to what's going on.
That it perfectly describes him. Yeah.
Like literally, I
Yeah.
think as that character, that's the one time that you're like, okay, I could be that guy wondering why the hell I'm there in the first place. But yeah, because I mean, Black Widow, she's close, but she's a little like, there's too much drama going on in her life for it to really like work. But yeah, Jeremy Renner's character with the family man and all that type of stuff, that everyman persona is perfect for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it.
His next movie was Arrival.
Dude.
This was a good. Did you see this, Amanda?
Is that the one with Oscar Isaac?
It's Amy Adams.
No, I haven't seen it.
So essentially, aliens come down and we make first contact, and they're like squid octopus things that you can't really see. It's like a frosted glass that they
Okay.
make contact with, and they start drawing things out that they have to slowly interpret, if I'm not mistaken.
So like Amy Adams is sent in to basically be on the other side of the window from these aliens to try to interpret what they're trying to say so that she can translate why they're there and what they want.
And spoiler alert,
Okay.
essentially they're just there to help save the world. Like something bad's going to happen. But Jeremy Renner is like her counterpart, love
Yeah.
interest.
I don't remember what his role is because
Well, I might be
her.
I might be screwing it up because I think that's the twist. I think you find their relationship does some twist at the end of the movie.
He's
so.
on the cover, so
Yeah, but that's a
yeah.
great movie though, Amanda.
Yeah.
I know if you're not a sci-fi fan, I can understand why people wouldn't enjoy it, but I felt like it had a good story. It was a cool concept. So
Yeah.
I feel like that movie, Passengers, and then I think the Oscar Isaac one is Annihilation. I feel like those all came out like right together or like
Yes.
kind of one right after the other.
Annihilation has
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman in it. Yeah.
And
that's right.
I didn't watch any of them because I was like, these all look exactly the same.
And the
like-
names sound the same.
Yeah.
Well, and everything's just like very sterile and white.
Yeah.
And
Just
it's like
Ob-
this.
Oblivion and Elysium
Yes.
and
Yes.
yes, right.
And so I think that was why I missed those because it was just like they all looked exactly the same.
Yeah, I understand.
But you know, now finding out a little bit more about each of them, it's like I know I want to watch them because they all sound interesting. But yeah,
I wouldn't sleep on Arrival. I
Yeah.
think you would
I'd
enjoy
watch it
that one.
again.
Yep.
yeah.
okay.
His next movie is called Wind River.
What's that about?
It looks like a Western. It has Elizabeth Olsen as the
Oh, interesting.
main
Okay.
character.
Okay.
But I don't know anything about it.
A Western.
Can I get a
watched
synopsis?
Jeremy Renner in a Western.
Yes, I can give you a synopsis.
Okay.
Maybe. Yes. A wildlife officer who is haunted by a tragedy that happened because of him teams up with an FBI agent in solving a murder of a young woman on a Wyoming Native American reservation and hopes to get redemption from his past regrets.
So it's not a Western. It's a modern day
But look.
Midwest nothing. Yeah, he's just wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah, but that sounds like a crime thriller.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's
my
got
speed.
The, old Native American man from Dances with Wolves.
Maybe it's the prequel to The Mystic or whatever with Tommy Lee Jones.
that
What's that one
I know who
called?
you're talking about, Ashley.
Yeah, yeah.
His name's Graham Jean.
Okay.
You know,
Yes,
that guy.
he's in everything.
Yeah. If you need a Native American, he's there.
Actually, to be honest, we do want to do an episode about like actors that you know but don't know. And I feel like he's one of those where you're like, dude, I've seen him in so many freaking movies.
100%.
But you have no idea what his name is.
Right.
He's most
We're here to
recently he
tell
was
you.
in The Last of Us for one episode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His next movie is The House.
What's that?
Will Ferrell,
What is The House?
Amy Poehler.
How did
I
not
never
see
watched that.
It looked terrible.
What is it? Like, I don't even know. I'm sorry to keep synopsing you.
It's like their daughter goes off to college.
Dude, they make a casino in the bottom of their
Yes.
house or something. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What is Jeremy Renner in that? What's his character's name?
Tommy.
Okay, so it must just be like in and out, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Hey, listen, if you guys have seen The House, you have to talk to us about it. Was it worth it? Are you a Will Ferrell fan?
Yeah.
Are you off that bandwagon
He's not
now?
high in the credits list, so I imagine he's a small role.
Well, we
but-
did a Will Ferrell episode, and we would have talked about that already, and I got nothing. I don't remember it.
Interesting.
His next movie is Tag.
Oh, I just
I
watched
know
that.
Amanda just saw this.
Yep, Amanda likes that one.
I honestly loved Tag.
Yeah.
Chris had seen it and I never had, and so we watched it. I loved it. It came out like right at the same time as a movie called Game Night, which I also want to watch.
Yep.
I would say if it's very kind of like lighthearted comedy, but it isn't like laugh out loud slapstick comedy, but it's
Okay.
still very funny. It's a really good ensemble cast, which like you wouldn't think these actors work together, but they do. Like it's John Hamm and then Ed Helms and then Jeremy Renner and stuff, and it really works. They're childhood best friends, and it's based on a true story of these real group of guys who've been playing a game of tag for like 30 years.
That's rad, but then it like interweaves through their actual personal lives and stuff.
Sort of,
right?
yeah. And at the end of the movie, you get to see a little bit of the real guys.
Nice.
I honestly, I loved it. I thought it was great. Jeremy Renner actually breaks 2 of his arms in this movie, like
that's
real life.
where he broke his arms.
Yes.
Because I remember he gets screwed or he couldn't film something like with the Marvel universe. Like it had to hold him back
really?
for a little bit. Yep.
So basically, there's a scene where he's like trying to run away from Ed Helm. So basically, they all play this game of tag, and Jeremy Renner's character, they say like, we're finally going to get him, because I guess for 30 years he's never been tagged.
Oh, okay.
And they talk about how he's like a ninja. He's able to like get away from them and stuff. And the way they do it is really cool. But there's a scene where he's trying to get away from them, and the original script, he was going to like climb a stack of chairs and then like ride them as they toppled.
Okay.
Well, I guess it didn't go right, and he just toppled
Oh,
and
no.
broke both of his arms. I guess he would be in a sling, and then he would like take it off to film, and then he'd go back in the sling.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So he's broken at least 32 bones.
I was
in
going to
his
say
life.
that's foreshadowing right there.
But 100% that movie's really fun, and it
Yeah.
was the perfect one to like watch, laugh, and then when it was over, you don't have to keep thinking about it.
Yeah,
It's not going to
yeah.
bum you out.
Yeah, enjoy it and walk
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that was fun.
I remember the trailer. I remember like that.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, I must have watched it without you then.
I don't think I've seen it, but I do remember when I heard that he broke his arm, or his arms, I remember trying to find the footage or something like that of when it happened.
Yeah. No, Andy, I
yeah.
think you'd really like it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a fun one.
All right, fair enough.
Next, he did Avengers Endgame, and he played Clint Barton / Hawkeye.
Okay. Actually, that is is it that one? Endgame, yes.
Yes.
Because he's not in Infinity War.
Oh,
Yeah.
he wasn't.
He's not in Infinity War at all, and you don't know what's going on, and then all of a sudden it cuts to the beginning of Endgame and he loses his family, and that was probably that's the most intense opening.
That scene was crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. I know.
I think the thing I remember was like the way that they capture like the silence.
Yeah, right.
No,
Teaching
that
his daughter to do a bow and arrow, and then all of a sudden he like turns around and she's gone and the family's gone, and like freaking crazy, man. Freaking crazy. But that's the whole reason why he's Ronin. So,
Yes.
Right. Cool.
Next, he did the voice of Swifty in Arctic Dogs.
Dang, how did I
What the
miss
hell is
that one?
It's about Arctic dogs.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you
It
that.
has a 4.8.
Yep,
Don't watch it.
Sounds like it.
He did 3 episodes of What If.
I was gonna say his arm's broken. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah, right.
Just take
Right?
gigs, man.
That's
yeah,
a good point.
Just take gigs.
we've talked about this. What If's a banger. If you've never watched it, I really liked it.
Right. Okay.
Next, he did the voice of Lieutenant Timber in Back Home Again. Some 30-minute thing. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Lieutenant Timber. Well,
Lieutenant Timber. And then
Okay.
he did 6 episodes of Hawkeye.
okay. Amanda doesn't like it as much as we do.
I loved it.
I know, me too.
But
Okay,
I
hold
think
on.
because I just love Hawkeye.
I love Hawkeye. I love Haley Atwell. I
That's
also.
not her name.
What's her name?
Haley Atwell's
Haley Atwell is
Captain Carter.
Captain
Agent
Carter.
Carter.
I love her too. What's her name? Help
Haley
me.
Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. Why do they all have to be Haley? Give
What
me a
else
frickin'
is
break.
she in? I literally
She's in
Don't know.
Pitch Perfect.
She's in Transformers. She's in
Bumblebee, you mean.
Bumblebee. Yep.
interesting.
I thought she did a really good job. I thought bringing Kingpin back was kind of cool, especially because it was from the Daredevil like Netflix stuff. So I don't know, man. I thought it was decent. I think in the beginning, the first couple episodes, I was a little unsure, and then it grabs me, and I enjoyed it. So
No, I didn't think it was bad. I mean, if for nothing else, all the Disney Marvel shows, they're all very well done.
Yeah.
Like,
well, okay, sure,
but I mean, even if the story doesn't resonate with you,
right.
the quality of the show is good.
It definitely feels movie-esque. Yes.
I would say I think that this could have been 3 to 4 episodes versus 6 or 7.
I can see that.
I really liked them bringing in Florence Pugh's character.
Me too. I agree.
I love Vincent D'Onofrio, so seeing him as Kingpin was super fun because that possibly opens the door for more Kingpin in the MCU, which I'm all about. I thought it was fine. I found the Haley Steinfeld character, whatever. I thought she was really whiny. And
yeah, that is kind of her character arc, though, because towards the end, she's not anymore. So
yeah, there's
I
certain
understand,
things. Certain things didn't work for me, but overall, I did enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one that I would have the top of my list to rewatch, but I loved the the Avengers the musical thing.
Oh my God! Some people hated it. I thought it was
Chris
hilarious.
hated it.
Dude.
He
I thought it was
hated it.
hilarious.
I loved it. I was laughing so hard, and he's
Yeah.
like, "What is this? This is ridiculous."
Didn't they actually make it?
Yes,
It's-
it's like
I think it's gonna be in Disneyland or something. Like I think it's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
the
what it was.
musical.
they're gonna do it instead of the Hall of Presidents.
I think so.
Honestly, I love it.
Yeah.
I would 100% watch that musical.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, of course.
So next he did 20 episodes of a show called Mayor of Kingstown.
Okay.
I haven't watched that yet. I think it's on Paramount Plus or something like that.
Oh. Okay.
but I've heard it's decent.
He plays Mike McLusty.
Well,
Oh,
at least he's been a
interesting.
mayor before. I don't think he's
Right.
the mayor. I don't know.
They're power brokers. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it is on Paramount Plus. So it has an 8.2. That's
All right.
pretty decent.
What year are
rating.
we at now? Where's he at?
This
Current.
is current.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think this might still be going. This show.
I think it is.
So-
Did
yeah.
this debut like after his accident and stuff? And he was like,
2021.
oh no, okay, never mind.
So it's had
Okay.
two seasons.
Okay.
So coming out, he's got Avengers: The Kang Dynasty.
So he must have
He
filmed that already
Is
before.
rumored to play Hawkeye.
I just. Oh wait, no, never mind. I don't think that is filmed, and it might even be canceled. So it does. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he has an untitled OxyContin project.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he did break all the bones in his body, so he probably does have an
He's probably
OxyContin
pretty good
project.
at that.
And then something called Doc.
Okay.
All right.
DOC as in doctor, not Doc.
I
as
will
in
say,
a-
It's a
Jeremy
Snow
Renner-
White movie.
If Jeremy Renner, if he has to take a break for a while, at least Marvel was smart enough to put new characters in similar roles, right? Because Florence Pugh was able to take Scarlett Johansson's stuff, and then now Haley Steinfeld's able to do the Hawkeye if she needed to. So, yeah, out of all those
It's the
Marvel,
MCU. You got to like hand it
MCU.
off to all the ladies.
I'll be honest, I did not enjoy the Miss Marvel TV show very much.
We never even finished it.
Yeah, that one was a struggle
that
for
was
me.
rough.
I
yeah.
find that girl to be unsufferable.
Well, and I guess
I-
because they lost Tom Holland as Spider-Man, they wanted the teenage new person on the gang to be her now, and I'm like, dude, she's not even close to Tom Holland in likability to me, but I don't know.
We're gonna. Well, they made the movie with the Marvels.
Yeah.
That's coming out. I'm excited for that because I really like Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I really like 2 of the 3 characters that this movie's about,
Sure.
but I don't know, dude. And Chris and I were talking, and I was like, we're gonna have to finish it. We're gonna have to
yeah,
finish
you're
it.
right, because the girl from WandaVision is in it too. And
Yeah,
forget her
I don't
name.
remember Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
She's in it, and that's
Yeah.
yeah. We were talking, and I'm like, we're gonna have to finish this goddamn this show.
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't know. I think Jeremy Renner's maybe safe though. Like I think he'll be okay if they do have to take a break. And even if he just doesn't come back as Hawkeye, I guess it's okay. But the problem is I thought that they were going to tell the Ronin story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like give him his own movie where it's like going back
yeah.
before, like what happened during Infinity War when he was gone. It was because he was doing this stuff, and I would have loved to see that story. So, but now who knows what he's going to do? He might not ever be able to do an action movie again. So we don't know.
He could.
Yeah.
It would probably just be he probably can't do any of his own stunts.
Yeah, it's a lot of stunt double stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what movie are you guys going to go watch of Mr. Renner's?
I want to look up that one from a couple years ago where he's with Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, yes, I agree with you. I want to watch
Wind
that
River.
one. Yep.
Yeah. That
Yep.
sounds interesting.
I want to see that one. I need to go back, I guess, and watch the last 2 Mission Impossible movies because I don't remember
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
at
And
all.
you need to watch Tag.
And I need to watch Tag.
Yeah.
I need to watch Tag.
I'll probably watch. I haven't seen The Hurt Locker yet, so
You'll like it.
yeah.
You'll like it. Just make sure everybody's leaving you alone. It's something you can watch by yourself. Where you got no time
Yeah,
frame.
it's not one that I would want to stop and pick up later.
Yeah, fair. Amanda, did you already say what you want to watch? Yes.
Yeah, she did.
And that's what you Hurt Locker?
That's what I said.
Cool. Okay. All right. Guys, thanks for listening.
That's what I fucking said.
To the Real Awkward Podcast. If you guys have seen any of the Jeremy Renner movies that we did not and they're worth a watch, please let us know. Amanda, how can people submit that?
So check out our Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast. If you have seen any of these movies that we haven't, yeah, definitely please let us know. And then if there is an actor, director, whoever that you would like us to do a straight cred about, the rules are you got to write it down on a piece of paper, take a picture of the piece of paper, and send it to us.
Yep.
It's not that
so
hard,
yeah,
guys.
You
It's
got to
not that hard.
slide it.
It's really not that
into
hard.
the DMs. Yes.
Find
Thank
a
you,
piece of
guys.
paper and a pen.
Thank you guys for listening to the Street Cred of Jeremy Renner, and you'll catch us on the next Street Cred or anything else fun that we do.
Bye-bye.
Bye.